Mr. President, over the course of Friday and through the weekend has been the publication, first by Associated Press, of a missing American, a missing Floridian, Bob Levinson, a retired FBI agent. And that publication has spurred other entities, primarily the New York Times, that had been holding the story for a number of years, well before Associated Press ever got the story, to then print an additional story of additional information about the disappearance 7 years ago of Bob Levinson on Kish Island, a resort island in the Persian Gulf right off of the coast of mainland Iran. And of course, we have been searching for any shred of evidence about Bob. He has here in the U.S., in Florida, a wife and 7 children. And the length of time of which he has been missing, unfortunately, seems to have met or exceeded the amount of time for almost any American. And the family, of course, desperately tries to seek any shred of evidence. Now, they were heartened 3 years ago that Christine Levinson, his wife, received a secretive email with a video that showed that Bob was alive. And in it, he made statements about he had served the government of the U.S. for 30 years and please help. About a year later, she received also by another circuitous email a photograph of him, obviously later, because his hair is long and there's a full beard. His hair is silver, his beard is silver. And in both the video and the last item, the photograph, he appears quite gaunt. And of course, we know that he has health problems, high blood pressure, and so forth. And of course, we fear. We also know that just this morning, on CBS this morning, a fellow that he was seeing, an American who lives in Iran, a fellow that he was seeing on Kish Island, saw him taken by Iranian authorities. Now, it is no secret that all levels of the government, including their Florida senator, have reached out to the Iranian government over the years, including the President of the United States when he spoke to the newly elected President of Iran when that United Nations meeting occurred in September. I have spoken within the last couple of days to the Iranian Ambassador to the United Nations and reiterated the plea of those of us on a humanitarian basis for this family to be reunited with their loved one, and have offered to the ambassador, if it would in any way help, that I am willing to go to Iran, if in any way that it would secure his release. If the Iranian authorities took him, somebody in the government of Iran knows of his whereabouts. And I will conclude, Mr. President, by saying that for the first time we have what appear to be successful talks going on between the two governments with regard to the Iranian nuclear program. And those are at a critical stage to hopefully bear fruit within about 5 months from now. What better time for the government of Iran to show their goodwill than to step forth and produce Bob Levinson so he can return home to his family.